Me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. I may be a selfish prick, but
What you had to do...
even if it...
Enough. You can finish beating each other up once.
Fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, Clive. Short enough on... Still... Give us a mo, would you? You,
We can't have...
Right you are. Don't want any... Oh, and...
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls. And there are more coming up. The what?
Good idea.
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight it.
Well, let's hope you don't. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade. No heroic last stands, you hear me? No fighting at all.
August's right. I've seen what Akashic beasts can do to armor. The people here are tough and willing.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate. But it won't come to that. I promise. Take good care.
Leave it to me, and...
All right.
Titan! Let there be light!
Nice try. Is that it? Apparently not. question is, did I miss any?
Man alive! You're still in one piece! As many as I could, he says.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the...
Good.
In time, yeah.
Sid! Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. But mostly...
I'm afraid I've only done... There's no getting... Meaning that any living thing which stumbles into...
And that's if the flood don't spread. I hate to say it, but the...
That may be. With ether floods springing up all over, it's no less... We'll fortify the... And I'll see that they got...
All right?
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravosh needed you. So...
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I...
Too bloody... I always... envied you. You leaving gave me the perfect... And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd have been the death of...
Finally. I hope you see the sense of it eventually.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmek. Now, we churn out this... It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing that. I've kept working, honing my skill. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft. Come back to us, Blackthorn. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work it.
That's a kind offer. There's people who trust their lives to my... But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town.
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
I never thought I'd see...
I'd say that went pretty...
Even better than...
Sid.
And this is...
A token of a... But designs for a certain sword have been...
Now, hold... there's a reason no one's made that blade in cinder. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, but the engravings on that thing... And they're not just for show.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to... I knew I'd never surpass you with a hammer and tongue between the two of us.
Clive, you wouldn't mind if
As long as he can keep us.
Right. Zoltan.
The beast was charging at me. And he threw himself in its path.
I'll need to deal with these ones first. Find this spherical echo. This is it. Right then. Just two.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
I made sure our fallen comrades were laid to rest.
Bring out the arrows! Let me and my daughter purge them of their sin!
Ready on my mother's bidding. Your work here is done.
We'd have our coin, our stock and our stores.
Good girl. Straight home now.
Soil and stone!
down to go. Come on. Damn it. The whole village has turned. Back to the stables, girl. Ready, go? Yeah! All right. No mistakes. Too slow. Come on. That's all of them. Owain can uncross his toes now. Doris should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
Just because the heavens have gone to reckon with it.
Nearly done.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
It's been a pleasure, Doris.
I'll give your offer some thought.
How goes the investigation?
Sid, what brings you to Martha's Rest?
You. I heard you were out here on your own, tracking our slaver.
Of course.
She's...
No.
I'd see after she...
Then I'll take...
The bound...
Trying to fight. Good. They haven't. How did Doris come to know us?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming.
Back to similar...
With all haste. I presume your men... We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more, and I'll be docking your pay.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but before you go, it appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try. So much for...
You'll forgive me for not avenging. I surrender. Do with me as you wish, Sid the Outlaw.
Sid!
Ah, Doris. You know, but casting your lot with this criminal of...
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you, Sid. This woman...
But how...
You...
Perhaps...
What do you want to do with her?
I...
And I should head back to the...
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the border.
With any... Oh, and...
So she can't... any...
Keep up.
Come back.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of Papillons.
We were just about to make a stop.
It's funny. You remember Camille? We'll be the steel, meanwhile. We'll be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zolt, and that way... And the final flourish.
A team effort.
Now, save that talk to the... Right.
To the bellows.
Well, bugger me. We actually...
The sword to end all.
It's... Thank you.
So, does this make you...
This, it'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of material.
Zoltan and I got talking.
We reckon with those items there.
That's a weapon I'd like to see.
I was hoping...
One legend at a time, eh, lads?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget. Trouble with your gear, or... And if it hadn't... And if it hadn't been for you... So, will it be? Anything else? To what do I owe the honor? And if it hadn't been for you... See that sword of yours stays oiled.
Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts?
Canva lost. It can't be true.
Miss?
Can we read Miss Editor's story for a lesson?
How was she? The Enterprise, I mean.
Ah, sir. Good, thank... Oh. May I present the... She's a beauty. You saved my beacon again! It's... Oh, don't say... You could just... How about that? And I read some spot. So? What? It's... actually quite ingenious. Thank you, Owain. Shh. Don't mention... And I wanted to... Can't think of any right now, but... maybe one day... Oh, well, hard.
Lady Karen's.
Sid, I... Here. What an amazing... It is just as I hoped. Wait, I'm glad you... Do you... I took... You must...
Come back.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of Papiona.
Still alive, are you? If you're gonna buy some, be quick about it. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Karen says she'll provide what she can for our voyage to Ash, and has even agreed to forgo payment. Until our return, that is.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of
I still say it were a compliment.
Say, Clive.
Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed... Very little is known of Ash. And the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized. If there is anywhere safe to land.
Then tell us what we will find.
But no splinters!
All right. But interrupt me. Barnabas Tham, the one they call the Last King. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped. And Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had...
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy, but then, if it wasn't hard...
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk...
Probably more visit, Mid. I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the ship.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Please, Your Grace, stay strong. Ah, my Lord Marquis.
Yote, is anything the matter?
My lord, yes. It's your brother, though he does his best to hide it.
I had feared it.
There are certain elixirs which can ease...
But
his Grace's case is severe. So I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades among the Undying about... And thankfully, a recipe was found. And our supplies are... Unless we can secure more soon. My lord... I know that
For Joshua. So?
A rare herb, it grows only where the ether is densest. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has arrived. The search continues for a new source.
So it's only that you can't reach it. The Stonewort itself is unharmed by the
Well...
Then I shall go in your...
But...
You've yet to find another source, correct? Besides, I'm a dominant. The ether can't hurt me.
Well... Stonewort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. Search around the aqueduct. I shall remain here and prepare...
Glory to Griga.
What's happened?
Talia's busy working herself into an early grave. I've tried offering to see Clive. She hasn't left the infirmary. Will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's...
I know best.
Thank you.
Well, Talia... Rodriguez worried about... We all admire your dedication, but...
I will. Until then, we owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. It won't be much longer. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing.
Oh, it did.
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. At least...
You wouldn't, Ty. There must be something we can do for...
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodriguez.
We have all the ingredients we need for Elise. I can make the draft if you...
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forest. Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best you can, but I'll make sure the other ingredient...
Thank you, Clive.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Anything catch your eye? Always something in there.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. You earned this. All done?
I have no reason to assume otherwise.
Well, then that changes everything. Clive, you must listen to this. Lawsman, tell him.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, and what I discovered appears to agree.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with them, but while I've always known it to be important, its secret now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete...
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced? I would think not. But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins, and though its popular hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faith.
Wait, you said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then and so, you see now why I must accompany you to Waloed.
It would appear the past still has much to teach us, though in this case, it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicle. I am relieved to
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished here, I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
Right away.
Mid said I could ride the Enterprise next.
My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why. So I won't bother you with the boring details, only the important ones. If we attempt to approach Stonehere by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital's artillery. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spine on foot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention, as well as slow our march and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain. Only Joshua and I will be going. And a scout. Preferably a good one. Gav, do you know of any?
You bet your ass I do. Might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though. Just in case, like.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters, fly merchant colors, and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry. I'll keep the ship and her crew safe. You'll be needing passage home, after all.
But... very well.
If there are no questions, I'll see you all at the docks.
Let me know when you're leaving. I want a word before you go.
Of course.
I am certain we will find what we seek in Ash, and learn the truth of Ultima's origins.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
How do you split the sea, you reckon?
Is something wrong?
Not at all, honestly. Can't a man wish his friend farewell? Just wanted to let you know that I'll keep things in order.
I'll hold you to that.